What's good, YouTube? Today we got another video for y'all. First video recording of 2026. Fun fact. And it's kind of just an update video. Not like update, but just like plans, goals I have for 2026. My goal is to eventually hit 100 subs at some point in this year. So we're only 40 subs away. So just like and subscribe, share the video, whichever one you want. But let me just talk a little bit more about what the future holds. So I am planning on continuing to do the fantasy videos every week, because that's like my most consistent videos that I tend to do, you know? So that's something I definitely do plan on doing. I want to do more basketball IRLs. Those are typically the videos that that give me the most views, which is kind of crazy because I'm really not that good at basketball like that. But I have ball knowledge and I do play for fun, and I've played for fun for X amount of years, but it's not like I'm great at it. But it seems like that's something that people typically watch a lot more than anything else that I make on the channel. So I do plan on bringing back some more Pokemon videos. I've been kind of dry. I do have one coming out here pretty soon. Hopefully it comes out within the next week or so. And then I do have more vlogs planned out. I have a vlog I'm gonna try to do this week, and y'all will see why I'm gonna do it and what's gonna happen in that. Hopefully it doesn't get me in trouble. I mean, y'all will see. But that's kind of the goal. Hit 100 subs, keep pumping out videos, continue to edit the videos, but like put more time into editing, because with my fantasies, I don't really edit them that whole lot. It's kind of just raw footage and then raw like analytics, and I don't know if I can add more like spice to it to make them more, just to make them better overall. But that's something I'm just gonna have to figure out. Let's see what else. I do have some traveling things planned for this year. I have other things that I have planned throughout the year. I have one of my friends, he's a trainer, so I'm gonna hit him up. I was supposed to hit him last year. I was like, let me let the new year pass by. But I'm gonna hit him up, try to get some videos with him, and maybe you'll see me getting trained by someone that's trained an NBA player or a few NBA players before. He has his own brand going, so I'll shout him out when the time comes. So hopefully he can get me in for like a one-on-one training session, and I just go ham. We'll see though, because I feel like I'm not fundamentally sound, even though I've played for so long. But like, you just play street ball for so long, and like I've played a little bit of organized and rec, but it's not like I play it like consistently. Like my other friends that have been on like the basketball team or whatever, they played more organized, more running plays, running all of this stuff, and I haven't really been exposed to much of that. So we'll see how that goes. And then more basketball content. I'm probably gonna try to record like me just practicing on my own on one of these days, probably like a Saturday, Sunday, I don't know, we'll see. Because I have seen people like post like things like training, like people training other people, and then just things like that. But like people posting like themselves just hooping, seeing what they work on every day, or not even every day, just what they work on when they play by themselves or whatever. I want to try to bring out the camera at least once for like runs that I do end up playing, because I do, like I said, I do play basketball. It's something I'm very passionate about, I very much enjoy, although sometimes they can be a little less enjoyable with people that you play with, but that's on them. I try to do my best to enjoy the basketball, and I might try to bring it out for one of like the basketball runs that I typically go to every other day or every day for the most part. Usually it's at night. The only reason I don't like bringing out the camera is because, like I said, I'm not like the craziest person, so sometimes I don't even get the ball like that. That's one thing I do miss about UCF, like because no one knew me, I just did my own thing, and then people didn't expect me to be at least decent at basketball. So we might try to do it. We'll see. I do want to run ones with a few of my friends still. I'm still waiting. One's Duncan Smoke. Nah, I don't know actually, no. Nah, he lives elsewhere, so he usually comes down during the weekend. We'll see if he comes down this upcoming weekend. And I'll try to see if I can run ones with him. 3-point comp. I don't know, but I'm gonna try to do my best to put out more videos that typically people like to watch rather than put out just like anything. Don't get me wrong, the other videos aren't gonna stop. I'm gonna try to put out more videos that people enjoy watching, so that way I can reach my goal, because that is my goal. It is a road to 1K, but we got to make it to 100 first. So if we get to make it to 100, then we'll keep building that momentum, and hopefully by the 5 years I have set for this channel, we make it to 1K and we're monetized. So that is the goal. I have heard though that people like say that it's nice to stream, but I feel like I don't really have like anything I can really stream like that, like unless I mean I do play video games and stuff, but I feel like I would have to make a different channel for that, and it just, because of my whole algorithm, I feel like for the stuff that I put out, it's very specific to certain people. Not everyone really likes like the 3 things that I typically post, like vlogs, basketball, Pokemon, fantasy. Like basketball and NBA fantasy, they can kind of correlate, but vlogs kind of don't correlate with that. And then Pokemon just straightly left field. But I still try to incorporate all of that, because eventually, if I do end up making it, which y'all will see, we're gonna continue to grind. That's mainly those things that I want to like push out and just continue to grow on that stuff. So we'll see what happens. That's just the basketball side of things. Now we have to just focus on regular goals. You know, last year was a pretty solid year for me, I would say. I had a lot of things that I was able to accomplish. I probably should do what I did last year. Last year I made a bingo card with my girlfriend. She had hers, I had mine. And I accomplished a lot of things on that thing. And I'm actually like pretty proud for it. At first I wasn't as proud because I just feel like I didn't really accomplish a whole lot in 2025, but this year for sure, it really made me reflect upon what I did last year, and just like a few goals that are on top of my head that I put on there. One of my goals was to bench 225, because I felt like I've always plateaued at a certain weight. I was able to do that last year multiple times. Can't do that anymore because I stopped hitting the gym, but we'll get back to it. The second goal was to get my own car. I ended up doing that last year, and y'all saw that video. So just pure sheer will, determination, hard work, all that stuff went into that. And with that, I also ended up buying my own like phone, insurance, all that stuff, you know, big boy adult things. I started taking care of that stuff. And then the third thing is a mystery for now, but it will be, you'll see if I'm able to record as much as I can, you'll see what the third thing is. And then the fourth thing, let me think, was to go to sports games. That was more like a joint goal of mine, because I wanted to do it with my girlfriend, which I actually did. I went to a playoff Magic game, I believe. Last year we saw the Magic, me and her. It was a good time. It was an amazing vibe. I got her a little more into basketball because she hates basketball for the most part. But it definitely, after experiencing a playoff game, which I tell a lot of people, a lot of my friends, that a playoff game is completely different from any other game I've ever been to. And it just, you feel the energy. The energy's there. Everyone's vibing. Everyone's feeling the love for the sport. Even if you're not even into it, you feel the love for the sport with all that energy. And so that's something we ended up accomplishing. But the next one I wanted was the football game, which I never got to do. I couldn't do it mainly because my work schedule was kind of messed up. I didn't have no weekends off. I had to request off, and usually those days I would request, I would try to like see my girlfriend, or we had some kind of plan with some people or whatever, or my family or stuff. But that will change soon. Y'all will see why. I know I keep hinting at this thing, but I feel like you'll kind of see it, or you kind of know what it is if you followed me for a while, but I guess you'll see in a video that I make in the future. But yeah, I was able to do that. I try to be as healthy as I can. And what I mean by that is, like, obviously I work out and stuff. Not towards the end of the year I started slacking, but I ended up going to like doctor's visits, you know, checking out things that were wrong with me, because typically I would just keep it to myself, try to like self-care kind of thing and just deal with the pain basically. But nah, last year I did a lot more getting checkups, making sure I was fine, whatever it was, my health, my teeth, because I had a really terrible back pain for the longest last year, and it still like lingers now and then, but it's not as bad as it was when I first got it. And I believe it's because I pulled the muscle, but the doctor wasn't 100% sure, and I didn't really get x-rays on it, because I was just like given medication, and with the medication, they said if it didn't get better, then that's when I would get an x-ray. But it did get better, and it did take several months, unfortunately, but it got so much better to the point where like I can do what I can move, I can still play sports, I can still work out. I haven't hit legs in forever though, but I can still like, you know, I don't feel the pain like I did when I first had injured it. So that's a plus. That's another goal I ended up achieving last year. So, but yeah, I want to continue that moving to this year, 2026, with the YouTube, with the health, with everything that I've already accomplished, I want to accomplish now in the future. So I'm gonna have to make another bingo card, and we'll see what I put on there. I think one of my goals to keep myself accountable here, and I told my girlfriend last year that I was gonna try to do it. It was actually on my bingo card, and I did not end up doing it. I did not even come close to doing it, and that's read a book. The year before, 2024, I made it a goal to read one book. I read one book, and I was like, oh, okay, let's step it up to 2025. My goal was to read 5 books, and I did not even read. Actually, I read half of like 2 books, and then I just never finished it. And yeah, so this year I'm just gonna put it back down to at least 1 book. I low-key should do 1 book for the first 6 months, and then another book for the next 6 months. So that way I have a lot of time to like sit down and try to read it. So we're gonna try to do that. That's a goal. I'm gonna put it on YouTube right now. Read at least 1 book. Maybe we'll do the 2, we'll see, but the 1 is for sure. So yeah, I would say that's a clear-cut goal for me. It's one of the goals. I don't really know any other goals as of right now. Like I said, I did accomplish a decent amount, so now I have to come up with new ones. Y'all will probably be posted on that eventually at some point throughout the year. I guess like a football game would also be one, a baseball game. Just go to different sports games aside from basketball. Basketball is still a priority, but you know, aside from basketball, try to go to different sports games. And I don't know. We'll see what the year comes up with. Hopefully, it comes up with a lot of good stuff, a lot of great memories. And I hope you guys, whoever's watching this, also get a lot of good memories for this year. So, but that kind of wraps up the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Shout out the Warriors, shout out my girlfriend for getting this jersey. And I'll see you guys in the next time. Peace!